Good morning and welcome to Wholesome Roots. Today is another edition of Forage Friday. Today our spotlight is wild lettuce. This plant here that's blooming behind me and forming seed heads is wild lettuce. It is a very good medicinal plant. The seed heads look a lot like dandelion because they are related. You can actually harvest those seed to germinate your own plants if you need to grow it closer to your house and you can only find it in your wild areas. We have a lot of wild areas here on our farm, so it grows pretty well. Wild lettuce can grow wild pretty much anywhere. They like disturbed farmland, sides of the road, in the ditches. It's got a pretty wide range of growing ability. It grows all across the United States and over in Europe. Oh, Eugene, you're gonna try to steal the show, eh? Something in identifying wild lettuce is it often has red on the stem, and on the veins of the leaves will often turn red on older leaves. The leaves have this deeply lobed pattern on them. They're often white underneath, and something that's really cool is lettuce tends to turn its leaf to the sunlight. So as the sun passes over, it's going to change the direction that the leaves are facing. They are alternate facing leaves. The younger leaves don't tend to have as much of the deepest, so they're more oval and pointy in shape. You can eat this. So bitter. I don't want to eat it. It's bitter, but it's medicine. I could just chew on this leaf if I needed some pain relief or some relaxation. Maybe I should chew on it. I've had some anxiety today. Wild lettuce leaf has been called the opium lettuce because it has similar properties to opium. Now, when the plant is young in the spring, before it sends out these tall spikes, it can be added to salads as a nice green, as an edible green. As it gets older, it gets bitter. Part of what causes that bitter is what makes the medicine. If you crack open a wild lettuce leaf, you will see a milky sap exude. That milky sap is the medicine. Some people just take it off the plant and put it on their tongue. It is very bitter in flavor and it's very sticky. Eugene must need some medicine because he's eating it. Goats tend to self-medicate themselves, so it's quite possible that he's needing it or he just wants it for the nutritional benefits. It is nutritious. Be careful up there, buddy. Look, Fluffinar's eating it too. That's funny. I was gonna harvest this, but I guess I'll have to let them have this. I have more. They can have that. That's funny. The main two health benefits of wild lettuce are going to be its pain relieving qualities and its sedative qualities. It also can be used to help with anxiety because it calms you, and it also can be used in as a diuretic, so it's good for urinary tract infection and things like that. So there's a lot of different benefits to this plant. You can make the leaves and flowers into a tea. You can make it into a tincture, and then you can make it into, I guess you would call it a sap, or I'm not sure what the actual proper terminology for the sticky substance that you can make from cooking it down. So it's recommended that you harvest the top third of the plant, all the leaves, the stem, the flowers, take it all, chop it up in a blender or a food processor, put it into boil it, cover it with water and boil it. So you're gonna boil it until the water is nice and dark green to brown even. Then you're going to strain the leaf pulp out of the liquid. And when you do this, you really want to squeeze every last drop out of the leaves, because the leaves are holding that latexy white substance, and you're squeezing it out and you're putting it into the water. So now your water is full of all this wonderful medicine. Then you're going to take your water and you're going to cook it down further. You're going to cook it down so much that it's going to become like a black resin, tar-like substance. When you get down to that thick syrupy stage, that's your medicine. You can use that before you go to bed at night, and it's going to help you sleep better. And taking the tea is could have the same effects. So if you're just getting started out, making tea might be the best choice for you to see what your body thinks of it. Lots of people use it for pain relief and for insomnia, so it's definitely something to look into. But remember that when you're dosing with medicines from the wild, that you don't know what your dose is. Every person is different, and every concoction is different. So if I make a tincture and Joe makes a tincture, Joe's tincture may have had more plant material in it than mine. So he's gonna have a different dosage on his tincture than I would on mine. So make sure that you start out with the smallest dose. Start out with a drop. Work your way up to a dropper if you feel like you need more. And so, I mean, some people may take even more than that. So it's definitely going to be different for the person or even the plant that you're using. There are many different benefits to this plant. You should definitely look into how you can use it, when you can use it, and where you can find it to harvest, because it is well worth the harvest. Well, I hope that this has given you a good introduction to wild lettuce and some of its uses. There's more to learn out there. Go research it further, find out more about it, and let us know what you think if you decide to use it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.